and going to their bunkers in the caves, into the mountains what they built, and they took all the seeds out of the food. They're doing continual evil. Everything is corrupt, right? So what did they do? They came down, slept with the daughters of the men and everything, and they created seeds, right? There's more coming. There's more. I kept saying there's more coming. There's more coming. There's more coming. This is the deal, Yahshuah. This is the end. The judgment is here. There's no more time for games. There's no more playing. The judgment is here. The Most High has priests, okay, that's been bringing word for years. The time for games is over. I am here. I am not new. I have been in the fire for 14 years. The Most High has had me in the fire for 14 years. There are more just like me that he has in the fire who he hasn't released yet. I'm being released now because he said now is the time. If the Most High is giving you a gift, it's time to release it. If he's giving you a word, it's time to release the word. If he's told you to teach and preach the Basora, it's time to release yourself. There's no more time. And I was only keeping myself subdued or silenced because I was waiting for the Most High. I have almost 1,000 videos, as I'll show you on the screen right here, recorded, ready to be released. I have music, I have videos, I have the full complete ministry. Mashiach Assembly Ministries was supposed to be released almost 1.5 to 2 years ago. I finished the Shema video almost 2 years ago, and he told me to hold on. Almost 1,000 videos I have made of me teaching and preaching the Basora, but he told me no. Silence. So I couldn't release. I have to wait for the Most High to release. So at one point I said, well, maybe I will never be released. I don't know. It's the Most High's call. You understand that? So what the Most High is doing at this time is he is speaking to all of his elect, to all of his children. He's giving the same message to us all. So what he instills in me, I turn on the video and the brother's lesson is speaking the same message, because the same message he's speaking to all his elect throughout the 4 corners of the planet Earth at the same time, just for a time as this, the time of judgment. And I watched the video and he'll always give you confirmation through his other children, all right? And his son said, and I said, whoa, I guess I gotta be released. I'm a man of ministry. I'm a man of praise and worship. I have music that can heal the soul of Yahshuah, especially in this time of Jacob's trouble, which is just starting. We are just starting the birth pains. Oh, it's going to get so much worse. But I say to you, Yahshuah, there are more of us that has been in the fire, just like me, who you don't know about. We don't have big platforms. So when we come amongst you, I am not new. That's why I'm showing you receipts of hundreds and hundreds of videos that are already made. The channel's already up. The artwork is already up. The music is already up, already done, been released. Could have had a big name. You all know who I am. And he said, no, I'm saving you for a time as this. Oh, it's more of us coming. The year of Yahuwah Sabaoth, my brothers, you are so on point. This is the year of Yahuwah's hosts. The year of Yahuwah's soldiers. He is going to release his soldiers because at a time like this, that's what we need. There's no time for playing. There's no time for soft tickling of your ears and tickling of your toes and none of that to be bringing you a soft, fluffy word. No, when my Yahushua, when a Hamashiach comes back, he's coming back with a sword. He's doing a great divide. This is the time of judgment. There's no more playing. You didn't hearken when the brothers were saying that the 400-year captivity was ended. You don't believe that, right? You don't believe that in 2019 was marking the end of the 400-year captivity, and then in 2020 will be what? The judgment. But what have happened? What happened? 2020 brought what? The judgment. The judgment of the nations who what they have did to Yahshuah. Oh, but you still don't believe. Listen, Yahshuah, this is a word to you, because there's no more time for all those who don't have ears to hear and eyes to see, because that means Yahuwah didn't give them ears to hear because they're not his. This is the time of the great divide. This is for you, Yahshuah. You cannot get them into the kingdom because if Yah didn't call them, there's nothing you can do. We don't wake up anybody. That's the problem. I was trying to wake up people and getting my heart getting hurt and not understanding how could they turn away. Yah showed them miracles. My niece and her family came, showed them miracle after miracle, testimony in their dreams, speaking to them, doing all of this, and they still turned their back on them. I went back to Christianity. 11:59 and 59 seconds. Understand something. We can't awaken no one. Yah is the one who awakens. Only thing we can do is plant the seed. You understand that? Rock, waters, and Yah brings increase, right? Only thing, and this is for Yasharal. Oh, Yasharal and Yashral. You know, this is the time, this is the true definition for that time right here. This is the time of Jacob trouble. This is the time of judgment. This is the time we're waiting for. You know how you know who's truly Yasharal? Because they're rejoicing in this moment. The judgment of Yahuwah has come full force on Babylon, and it was written. It's all in prophecy. They don't know the book because they don't read the book. If you read the book, then you will have shalom in this time because it's all written in the book. You understand that? From beginning to the end, it was written all through. Especially in Revelation, it tells you everything that's going to happen is happening right now, verbatim to the book. That should give you shalom and strength in Yahuwah just from his conviction of his word right there. Oh, woe to those who are scared and running to and fro. That's how you know the difference. Now, in this time, Yasharal, Yah told me a minute ago, but see, I was questioning myself because of the amount of word and the power in the word that he was giving me. I was questioning, should I say this? Because the people only, who are you? Who is this person to say this? Who are you that Yah will tell you this? Who are you to say this? Who are you to say that? And so I didn't release the word. I didn't say a thing. And now when the things come to pass, I'm like, whoa, Yah, you gave me that word to say. And I question it because I said, who am I? You know, who am I? I'm just a servant. I'm no one. Who am I? Because I don't want to be wrong, but I know what he tells me. Because I live and walk and have my being with him. That's all I know. You understand? For 14 years I've been in the fire. You don't know my testimony. For 14 years I've been denying myself. For 14 years I've been in poverty. For 14 years I've been alone with my Father, directing my steps daily, every day. Nobody else. He took all my family away from me. My children, my family, everything. Me alone and him in the fire. In and out of the torture fire, in and out of the fire. For 14 years, I gave up. I was a rich young ruler. Oh, I'm going to show you receipts on the channel. Log on to Mashiach Assembly Ministry so you can know who I am. Oh, there's more of me coming. There's more that are coming in the image of Yahuwah. There are more of us. More of his soldiers are coming. Understand that. He let me know that a long time ago. There's a lot of us still out there that he's going to release, I guess, now. See, I didn't know. I knew I had other messages. I told you I got almost 1,000 of them. I had other messages that I was bringing this out. But I didn't know it was coming right now. I didn't know. I should have. Because he said at the end of the captivity, I would judge all the nations. See, but we wasn't quite sure if the two at the end of 2019 going into 2020, which the new year started in what, March? And that's when the whole real fall of Babylon is happening, right? We wasn't sure, like the brother Benaiah said in one of his lessons, if they tinkled with a year here or a year there and threw us off a little bit. So we wasn't 100% sure. We only 100% sure when the prophecies happen. You understand that? We only going to be 100% sure of everything when Yahushua comes back and showed us, no, this was this and this was that and that was that. So at some point, we know what we hear and we know what we feel in our ruach, but we're not always 100% sure. Right? So Benaiah was right when he said that maybe they tinker with a year. So we make the statement, but we don't want to look foolish. But when the Father drops his prophecy, all things come void, null and void. All things go back to Yahuwah as his word, his doing, and his time. So anything that we just thinking, well, if you would thought of that, guess we were right. Guess we were right, huh? Because the judgment has fallen and nothing will ever go back to the same. I want to say this. Now I'm going to start speaking the things that he told me to speak before that I used to be nervous or like, who am I to say? Now he's released me. He said, you are who are to say. He said in those times, I will release Amalekim, I will release priests. That's what I'm called to be. Okay? And I'm an elder, just so you know. I look young because I've been in the fire for so long. Yes, because I've been in the fire for so long. That's why he preserved me to this degree. You understand that? So, in this day, he told me a while ago, close the book. Close the book. The book of Daniel. Close the book. He said, close the book. Stop casting your jewels unto swine. The Great Awakening, for the most part, happened. Sorry guys, I'm getting hot. It's on. The Ruach is here. The Great Awakening, for the most part, came into its fruition in 2015. That's when the majority of Yahudah started to awaken. All right? Yahudah. Because Yahudah is the one that's going to awaken, right? And Yahudah will awaken, and Yahudah will awaken the other tribes, the other sleeping Yasharal on the four corners of the planet Earth. Yahudah is where the salvation will come through. Yahushua was of Yahudah, right? It will come through. That's what the scriptures state. So of course he's going to awaken Yahudah first, right? And the vast majority of Yahudah awakened in 2015. The mass majority. That was a big part of the awakening. That's also when I got my awakening. 2019, the end of it, probably around maybe November, is when he started to tell me, close the book. The book is going to be closed. And I'm like, what do you mean? As in the book of Daniel. Stop casting your jewels onto swine. And I was like, so you're saying, close the book. He's awakened who he's going to awaken. But I silenced it. I didn't speak it because then people will come out, these people will come on your platform and talk all this crap and try to attack you. Who are you? And who is this? And who most high, people got so much judgment, so much things to say, right? And they'll attack. You got trolls and all type of stuff, try to make it look I'm both like, who am I to know some word? And because you don't know who I am. Who not to be speaking his word if you only knew my trials and tribulation. If you only knew how much sacrificing I've been doing. Oh, you have no idea the sacrifices I've been doing. I have physical death. I face physical death in a dumpster on a 115-degree day, burning myself, about to die in the dumpster. Alone. They would have found a dead body. Numerous amounts of physical death faced me, and I'll never forsake my Father. I died to self every time. I never went back to, I was a rich young ruler. I was a millionaire by 30 on paper. I have receipts on businesses, cars, nightclubs, 15 homes, houses. Okay, so I'm just going to show you some pictures of my real estate. This is not to show off. This is testimony. The Most High told me to show you guys who I am. I'm going to show you everything. You'll see a lot more in my documentary that's coming out very soon. So this is one of my big houses. The picture at the top up here is the one with the red. That's when we first bought it. And the one at the bottom is after I finished with it. It's a pretty big house, right? Okay, this is us doing the construction on it. This is a side, because it has a side door. It's like a 2-family, and it was a commercial too, commercial property, zoned for commercial too. I know you're like, what is with this blue? It looks so beautiful. At first, people were kind of skeptical, like, oh, this person's painting these houses blue. But the neighbor, a next door neighbor, came and she said, do you know every morning when I wake up, the sun shines on that pretty blue porch, and it's like I see Jesus sitting on that porch every morning. Thank you so much. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but this house is so beautiful. And she was so thankful. That's Linwood, one of my head construction worker. I own a construction company doing our porch. You're gonna get to see a little before and afters. This is before. These are afters, so like after we finish. This is before. These are afters. 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 So I own this one, this one, this one, this one across the street, down. I own this whole street. This is Lamb Street. That's my Benz truck that you see in the other picture with my Escalade. I had a gray and black, gray and red, beige and brown, the light blue, and a black and red. I painted a black and red house. That's crazy. And this is Debo, little Debo. So what I would do is, as the kids were home for summer, we would teach them, we would put them to work so they wouldn't be out in the street, and I would pay them and teach them how to paint, and we taught them how to do drywall and stuff like that. So we would teach them skills. And his family was homeless too, and I ended up putting them in one of my houses. This is the inside of my clothing store. You can tell what year it is, because look, Rockaware jeans, and that's a Louis bag, some Jordans, some pink Uptowns. I was selling New York clothes. That's my work truck too down there. So at Linwood, and that's E-Banger in there. This is the inside, so you see, that's David. We working on the inside. Look, it had no floors. We clearing out this chimney, stucco in there. I mean, we did everything. We rebuilt these houses from scratch. See, this is Community Uplift Enterprises. By the grace of YAH, even though I was atheist and didn't know him, I still had a heart for our people. So I was giving low-income housing to our people, to poor people. And it wasn't about skin color either, because I had white families live in one of my houses, and I had some white people, white guys on my construction team too. I had 3 construction companies, 3 teams working at once on all my houses. And I was employing like at least 40 different families. And I had a couple of families that I let live rent free until they got on their feet, and, and got the jobs and stuff like that. So I'm just showing you, y'all told me to show you in testimony who I am, so you can this just beginning. You have no idea the testimonies that are about to come, because he wants you to see the sacrifice and the obedience from me, so that when I speak these things, I'm just not speaking vain babble words. So that's why when you see me get upset at GOCC and Elder Ricard from him taking the people money and giving them nothing, you can see I was in the world. This when I was serving Hasatan without even knowing it. And this is what I was doing for our people. More or less, these people supposed to be this ministry. He is making like $10 million off the Bible Academy, not to even mention the offerings and the donation. Well, he call it tithings. That remember, he got almost 150,000, 100,000 on one page, 50,000. He got a couple of pages. All those people. Then there's feast days where they paying all this money, and then this disgusting, greedy hypocrite, sorry, I just have to call it what it is, wants to go on his channel and do a fund drive to pay for him to go around to all the cities and baptize the people. And they raised like $20,000 to pay him. Like this man makes almost 20, 30 million a year. People, stop being sheep and stop being ridiculous. Stop being fools. Add the money up. Okay. If you have 100,000 subscribers and people give you $1 a month, that's $100,000 a month. And people are giving 10s and 20s and whatever they can. People are giving offerings. And then you got Bible academies, Bible studies, clothing companies selling all the clothes and the products. Like they're making hundreds and millions of dollars. And got nothing for the people. No land, no housing, no nothing. He is so disgusting that he told y'all he had his people following him, and they did it. They watched it. They put the 1,000. I don't know. I stopped. I had to turn it off. I don't know what it went to. It probably went to $50,000 that they actually donated. Right, the poor people, our people like me. I'm poor. Right. I'm not rich anymore. I'm not a rich young ruler anymore. I sacrificed it. Okay, so I had to turn it off because it's like he told them pay him this money so that he can go into each of these cities and baptize them with a straight face. And you fools see nothing wrong with it. So that's why I see why Abba Yah told me, no, start doing some of these testimonies. Let them know who you are before I dropped the last Bible study. It was so powerful. So I know people who was on the Bible study. I know. I'm sorry. I have to wait till the Father tell me. He gives me complete instructions. I was going to drop it, but he told me, no, it's too strong and too powerful and too much revelation. He told me, drop some of these testimonies so that people can see who you are. So when you do drop this heavy weight and these revelations that no one else has said, they're more apt to be able to receive, or at least with an open mind, try to see. But if they don't know who you are, then they're just going to reject, because they're going to look like, who are you? Who are you? So that's why he got me doing this. So this is not promoting, this is not glorifying the lifestyle. This is not me showing the cars. It's not for me to understand. I have 60 cars. That's nothing. I ain't showing my Bentleys and my BMs and all my Benzes. I ain't showing all that. I just showed you a couple of cars. I usually had 5 and 6 at a time back then. Okay. And then I'm going to add in a little piece of the documentary. It's not to glorify, but I want you to see me in my teens, in my 20s, in my 30s, and in my 40s, right? Still seeing me have these money all the way through. So you see, I'm not new to none of it. But all the way through, I was serving his people when I didn't even know him. I was his son all the way through it. I always been his son when I thought I was atheist, when I didn't believe, when I was teaching against the Bible. I was a Christian killer like Paul, okay? Teaching against it. That you are God, you create this, you have to do all this stuff, not even knowing. He like, I had you and my son this whole time in the palm of my hand, still feeding the poor, still protecting the meek, still providing. That's what I always did. So when you hear me, it's righteous correction. I'm not coming from no place, and I'm not new to none of it. So he told me, and I got all these testimonies. Come and watch the testimonies. You haven't even begun to see anything. When I show you how many times I almost died physical death. I'm talking about dying to the point where these people have to pick me up, pouring water over me to bring me back to life from heat stroke and sunstrokes. From sacrifice. And I could have forsook it at any time and got on a plane and went back home and got that money. I didn't even have to get on the plane. I could have did it right here in Florida. Where I'm from, the people in other places are so slow. I could have had this thing. I could be more than I had in New York. Because New York is a million hustlers and everybody's fast. Here, it's slow. I would have ran this whole thing, but nothing but death and destruction here. But no, I forsook it all. And I struggled, and I stayed in the dumpsters, and I stayed in the line with the poor people. It's 4:00 in the morning, freezing cold. So I just put in this documentary in there so you can see just a glimpse, and watch the documentary when it come out. Oh, it's the most powerful thing you ever seen. All right. So I just want you to know I am not glorifying. So when I'm showing the cars, I just need you to see who I was and what I had and what I forsake. So you see, like, wow. Okay, Unc had all this stuff and he forsook it all. So these are just facts. And the Most High allowed me to have receipts. That's the only reason why he saved my picture book. He didn't save nothing else. He saved 2 things from my former life. He took all my houses, all my money, all my cars, everything I ever owned, everything I ever built and owned, including my family. My first baby mother I was with for 18 years, and my children. Took everything, just me alone and him, right? Took everything. The only thing he saved from my past life was the picture book. That's why I have these pictures to show receipts, and my music equipment, in which 4 years later, he showed me, now I want you to use that music equipment to glorify me. And the picture book, he just showed for the receipts. So when I do the testimonies, imagine me just saying it. That's why he tell me, reveal it now. Because me saying, oh yeah, I was this, and I had this for 14 years. I was a fire. I was a rich young ruler. You talking, where's your receipts? You know, we Hebrews, we're concrete. We want to see what? Action, concrete language. I need to see receipts. That's why I'm going at you, leaders and you elders, and this in righteous correction, you're going to have a chance. Who are you? Who are you? Don't nobody know you. What have you done? What have you sacrificed? Where's your obedience? What have you done? Where's your fruit? So I'm leading the charge. So that's what this is. You're going to know everything about me. There won't be nothing you don't know. The good, the bad, the ugly. You're going to see my awakening to Christianity, to Hebrew, everything. So every testimony that I drop, log on. I'll put testimony in the scripture. Subscribe, log on, all that, but watch it. It's going to be so much edification. Okay, with that, check out this little clip from the upcoming documentary. And it's not to glorify, it's just showing you me at 18, me at 20, me at 30, me at... This is no game. Shalom.
The last time we ever met, I know the reason why you keep your silence up. No, you don't fool me. The hurt doesn't show, but the pain still grows. Some stranger to you and me.
And I'll never forsake my father. I died to self every time. I never went back to, I was a rich young ruler. I was a millionaire by 30 on paper. I have receipts. Own businesses, cars, nightclubs, 15 homes, houses, Mercedes, Bentleys, BMWs, everything that you can want and desire in this earth, I possessed. A rich young ruler. And I forsook it all for my Abba Yah. And I died to it daily. At any time, I can pick up some weed and be worth $100,000 in the next months from now. With just simple weed. Call back to New York, get hook up a weed connect. Next you know, I'm in it. I could rock these people to sleep. I'm from New York City, born and bred. I'm from a place called Hempstead, Long Island, Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, and a couple of parts of Jamaica, Queens. Those are the places where I'm from, where I was raised, where I've lived in my life. All right? This is who I'm from, born and raised, a hustler from New York City, so ain't nowhere I can go and take over. It's in our DNA. And I come from the original school, not these new fake gangsters snitching on it a minute ago down. Oh no. When I got my bid, that's when the Most High first grabbed me. I didn't know he was Yah, but that's when he first grabbed me, when he gave me life. 25 to life. He took my life. He took my family. He took my children. It was nothing but me and him. And he revealed himself to me. I'll show you that story and more of my testimony of who I am. Oh, if you only know who the Son of Yah is, there's more of us coming. I'm going to keep telling you that because there's more of us coming. This is the day of judgment. This day has been written in the history books. This day has been written in prophecy. This day, Yasharal, is the great divide. Okay? This is the day when he told me, close the book. What he meant was, it's a time like this. This is the time where they won't hear you anymore. Do you understand that? They can't hear. They won't hear. You can't save anyone. If you speak the word of Yah and he's given them ears to hear from your voice, then they will hear. If he haven't given you ears to hear, there is nothing you can do. They will not awaken. They will not hearken to his voice. They will look for anything. A lot of them will rush to him now to soothe them from this plague. But you can't fool my Abba Yah, because he knows your heart. So he'll know if you truly seeking him or if you're just seeking him out of fear of what's going on. Because what will happen if this plague got wiped away, you'll go right back to the sin that you were in. You think he doesn't know that? Oh, you fools. He knows his own children and they hear his voice and they diligently seek his face. You can't stop us. There's nothing you can do to stop me from seeking Yah's word. You know what? They say, what do my niece and them say? What do they say? Oh, the Lord's done away with. Oh, you're legal. Blessed is you when they say you're legal. Oh, I got a text. Oh, I got stuff on my lessons I'm going to show you. Right? My ex say, you just legal. Legal mean lawful. Say it again. My niece said, well, one thing we know about you never gonna go against Torah. That was her way telling me they gonna move out and go back to the Sodom and Gomorrah. They gonna go back into the Christianity. They gonna go back because they can't just like do anything they want being around me, because this is what she said. One thing I know for sure, check this out, testimony from others. She said, one thing I know for sure is you're never gonna go against Torah. Woo! When they speak that of you, rejoice. Another one my ex just said, you proud. You too proud. Or you, what am I supposed to be? See, you don't know the Basura. You don't know the word of Yahuwah. I'm supposed to be proud. I'm joyful. I'm secure. I know because I die daily to the flesh. I give everything over to my Abba Yah. There is nothing that I'm chasing but him. My life, my will, my being is in him. If he tells me turn left, I turn left. If he tells me stop, I stop. If he tells me go, I go. Whenever I try to think of something, Yah, is this right? Is this of you? No, I repent. I've asked for forgiveness and I try not to do it again. Do you know that's called? That's called salvation. And I'm a Yahoo day, and the salvation is up to Yahoo doing. Don't play. I'm not playing with this. This is a man of Yah. Who you want to know who I am? I am Uncle Yahshuah. You want to know my full name? Uncle Yahshuah ben Yahu Sembaya. That is my name, and that's who I am. Welcome, Yasharal, to your new elder. That been here the whole time I've been in the fire for my father. I don't play with my father's word. That's what she said. One thing I know, you'll never forsake Torah. You got that right. And that's how you're going to know who's the true children of Yasharal in this day. You know why? Because they will be thanking him for Torah. I thank my Abba Yah for it. I thought you know why? Because that is his laws and his statutes and his commandments. And while others are trying to forsake the statute or trying to find a way out of the law, trying to find a way not to do a law, those who are of Yahuwah, they want to do his laws. I thank him for his statute, laws, and commandments. I want to do his statute, laws, and commandments. Do you understand that? That's in my daily prayer. Thank you, Abba Yah, for Torah. Thank you for your statute, laws, and commandments. Thank you for your direction. Thank you for your fire. Thank you for your chastisement. Thank you for your correcting me. Thank you for giving me a chance to be inside of you and you and me. Thank you for giving me a chance of salvation to renew myself daily. Thank you. See the difference? That's the true children of Yah versus those that coming in the false pretense or false accusations or false coming in Christianity, coming in this or coming in, even if they're trying to come in Yasharal, they're not true Yasharal. Oh, Yasharal ain't Yasharal. Remember that. True children of Yah. Oh, it's just getting started. There's another lesson I got for you. There's another word I got for you. Remember this. Listen to this, Yasharal. These are lessons I've been made a long time ago that ain't been released. But I'm trying to put this in this, condense this into this cursing blessing video because it turned out from being a music video to being a documentary. And that's Yahweh. As he start to add on to the curses video, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's dope. Oh, yeah, that's dope. See, that's the thing. That's the thing about my music. And I got behind the scenes clips of me making the songs and the music and the stuff. And you hear that's not just me making it. I'm not making it. YAH is making it. I'm not alone because my Father is always with me. So as I'm in this studio right here in front of your eyes where I'm at, and I'm making the songs, I'm like, oh, yeah, that was hot. Ooh, and stuff in the video I didn't even come up with. It just happened. I just do something by accident. Boom. I'm like, wow, yeah, that was fire. I put it back on like, yeah, I don't even know how it's done. There's certain clips in the video. I don't even know how it's done. I didn't do it. It was an accident. A mistake. An accident. I'm like, yeah, that's fire. Oh, you guys see me making the songs. That's why that's why he put in me, start recording, making the songs. Start recording us making the songs to show Yahshuah how it's really done. And I got it. I said, I get it, y'all. So that his children, when they hear, they know, you can see, you can watch me and y'all make the music. Like, this ain't of him. Okay? So I'm making the song. I'm not alone. I'm quite sure my landlord might think I'm crazy. He like, I know he in there by himself. Who is he talking to? Who is he talking to? Full blood conversation. Yo, y'all, that was hot, y'all. Yo, that was dope. And I go back. Oh, that was dope, y'all. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Thank you, y'all. Thank you, y'all. Bang. I'm gonna add that. Do something. Bang. Yo, y'all, that was fire. Yo. Y'all think I'm crazy, right? I'm a fool, right? Oh, yeah. I'm a misfit. I'm a fool. Oh, yeah, I look crazy. He said he will never leave or forsake you. So if he ain't never leaving me, then that means he's always with me. So how the hell why would you think that I'm alone? Pardon my language. Why would you think that I'm ever alone? I'm not alone. He's always with me. His rod and his staff comfort me always. I'm always with my Father. You can't never catch me alone. You can't never catch me sleeping. That's why I ain't scared of none of this crap going on. Because I'm walking my Father, walk with him daily. Blessed is the man who understands that Abraham walked with Yah daily. That Adam, before the sin, walked with Yah daily. Does he walk with you daily? He walks with me daily. That's part of my prayer every day. Thank you, Abba Yah, for walking and talking and being with me and never leaving and forsaking me. Thank you for not letting me be alone. And then I ask for forgiveness and I repent for even being lonely, because I'm a little lonely because I don't have a daughter of Zion to share my life with. And I don't know if I will ever find her now. You understand that? But if not, he never forsake me. So sometimes when I feel a little alone because I don't have a daughter of Zion, so blessed all you brothers out there who have a true woman of Yah to be by your side, you don't know the blessing you have, because I have to do this alone. And I have no one to praise Yah with. You understand that? I have no one to fight the army, to fight this fight of Yah with. I have no one to share the graces and mercy and blessings of Yah with. So blessed are you. If you have that, cherish it and understand that Yah has blessed you. I don't know if I'll ever have it. You know, he just sent me, not saying, I keep asking, remove them if they're not of you. And he removes them. So, I'm sorry, God, I'm getting hot. I have to turn the AC off so you don't hear all the humming. Maybe I should turn it on and just mute the humming, because I'm getting real hot. Because this lesson is serious. This time is no joke. I don't want to be all sweated out looking crazy on the screen. There we go. The AC about to kick in, because the fire of Yah flows through my veins. You understand that? And it's no joke. I'll be dripping sweat in here if I don't turn on some air. So I'm telling you guys, my prayer to my Father is I thank him for never forsaking me, for allowing me to walk with him daily. Listen, Yahshuah, in this day. Oh, he just gave me this word yesterday, day before yesterday, because as he cut the two women I just met in the last couple of days, which just happened. I usually don't even meet anyone, but in the last couple of days, because I know Hasatan is going to send his angels in this beautiful packages to me, because he knows, what I like, so I know, so I'm very observant and very cautious. So that's why I start praying, Yah, if this woman is not of you, remove her. And he removed her, right? He removed them. So what he's been giving me was, he's been giving me a word, because I've been starting to, which I didn't really, starting to like speak out, because this is the time. But he told me, leave this. I have a word to leave with everyone. You know, even as I give the poor money, which is what tithing is. I ain't trying to go into that with y'all. This ain't about that. But as I tithe to the poor, that's how I should say. As I tithe to the poor, and I do give money to a ministry, Hebrew Nation Build. I've been giving money to them for a very long time, for years. It comes direct out. It's because I'm being fed by that word for so much, for so long, that I felt a need to support the ministry. All right, but that's not a tithe. I'm sorry. I'm not going into that. It's not less. This ain't about that. So as I tithe to the poor, even them and others who I interact with, because I'm an essential worker now. It's a whole nother lesson. The brother Malachi did a lesson of essential work. That's y'all. Y'all got me essentially still outside. Yah is ill. He takes care of his children. That's what you don't understand. The blessings are in Yah. Do you get that? No, you don't. Okay? That's why y'all so worried. Oh, my job. Oh, I got to. Y'all done made me an essential worker. I'm out in the land and fresh air at night and everything. And I'm like, I'm not scared, you know, so I'm not running around with people scared. Oh, wow, you're interacting with them. Anyway, so he told me, leave them with this. Seek his face. This is what he just told me. I wrote it down, but now it's in I put it on my text it to myself so I didn't forget. But I remember. He said, seek his face. So that's what I'm gonna be. Seek his face. That's it. That's what I'm leaving them with. Seek his face. So when I just gave a homeless, the poor, some money the other day, and I usually say, bless you, you know. But he told me, seek his face. So now everyone that I come in contact with, everyone that if he does, you know, because I only bring a word when he tells me to bring a word, you know, but he's telling me, leave everyone with seek his face. My Yahuwah, my Elohim, the Elohim of Abraham, Yaakov, Yitzhak, and Yaakov, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Sorry, I got to speak also to those who don't speak our original tongue. He's a just Elohim, and he's given everyone on this planet that is not the seed of the serpent a chance to his voice, a chance to repent, a chance to come back to him. He's giving you all a chance so that you cannot stand before him at the judgment and say that you didn't know. Oh no, he's speaking through me, all of the lesson, whatever. Somebody somewhere in your life he has tried to reach you. And you're turning your back on him. Everyone's turning their back on him. Everyone's turning their back on him. But Yasharal, this word is to you. You will know who is truly your brother and sister. You will know who is truly Yahuwah's children because you can't stop them from seeking his face. You don't have to convince them of nothing. It won't be a thing where you're trying to show them this, yeah, but this and that, and yeah, but this, and yeah, and you're going back and forth trying to show them this lesson, and yeah, but 16, yeah, but this, yeah, but, in Luke, and this, and the Beri Hadashah, which is the New Testament, and oh, yeah, but in LatinAutor, but in the, in original covenant, it says this, which is the Old Testament, which it says this, but then this, and then this, and then that, and you trying, and they coming back, and they that's not y'all's children. He just started to bring this to me, guys. He just started to bring, and now is the time, because now it's over. The book is gonna close. You gotta understand that. He already he started waking who he's gonna awaken. Everybody else, the little remnant of this remnant that is awakened, of the remnant of the remnant of the remnant, who's in these last days and times, who he's gonna awaken, he's gonna do that on his own. It might be a little seed here and there. Ain't nothing you got to do. Little words, I guess. Like I said, seek his face. A little. That's why he told me just say that. Seek his face and keep it moving. Unless he give me word. Unless they start to speak a word. And like the other day, the young brother. I recorded it. I'll make a video of it. The young brother. Looked to be no more than 21. Man. And then the young white brother. Oh, white brother probably on drugs. No more than any. He was like, I ain't worried. He said, I'm going. What did he say? He said, He said, I'll see you in Zion. Somebody said, I'll see you when I make it to Zion. I said, boy, what you know about Zion back there? He was like, what? He said an elder, when he was in prison, now this little young white boy, only probably 21, 22 years old, little thug pants hanging off his butt and everything. He said when he was in prison, some elder, probably a black dude, took him and was teaching him. Man, in the midst of whatever he got going on, his faith was in YAH. Now he ain't doing it right. He ain't keeping thought out. He ain't got no fringes and borders of blue. He probably even see, you don't know when we get to the judgment who was truly after YAH's own heart, but just going through what they going through in Mizraim, in the daughter of Babylon. This is Mizraim, in misery, in bondage, who's just going through what they were going through. Even the stranger. Don't forget the stranger. That's in one of my songs. You understand? YAH loves the stranger who's after his own heart, who forsake everything for the Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He gave a special blessing unto them and said, extra blessed is them, because they ain't even their Elohim and they turn to me. More so than us, who we are his and we turn away. So I can't judge. I told a young brother, boy, it was I think I taped his too. I think I taped a lot of his too. I'll put it up. And it was like, when he got, I'm like, man, see you in Zion, but I see you in Zion. And that boy left me a $20 tip. I just paid here. I said, man, bro, thank you. I needed that to finish my night. But that night, he went in. He gave me so much he gave me double portion, which it's so much that I got. Watch my channel. Log on, like, subscribe. Mashiach Assembly Ministries, Uncle Yahshuah. I got music on my channel. I got music coming to you, Yasharel, that is of YAH himself has made it. I'm just a vessel. And it's to soothe your soul. It's to soothe your ruach. The music that YAH has created through me is straight, will help you through this time of Jacob's trouble. You will play it through your home and just feel the ruach throughout it. Curses is just what he told me to release first. At first I was planning to release curses first. Then I thought it was going to be, y'all don't want to mess with Israel. Then I thought it was going to be uncomfortable, But curses end up being first. And so the next one is, what's it called? Abba Yah. Welcome Abba Yah into my home. I forgot if that's the title, but that's coming right. I'm gonna put it at the end of curses because I need something inspiring as well, that you can play this through your home, play this through your day, and just the word of YAH to strengthen you, to plead the blood over your home through song. YAH, brothers at Hebrew Nation Building, you were so right when you said if YAH is giving you word and he's giving you gift and he's giving you talent, release it. This is the time to release. There's no time hiding behind no curtain. Come out. I'm out. So if the powers that be, come get me. Kit me, take me to the FEMA camp. Do whatever it is you got to do. It doesn't matter. I'm Yahuwah's child. Come get me, because you cannot silence the Besorah. You cannot silence the Besorah. Understand that. You cannot, the double-edged sword is in my mouth. Yahweh speaks. I have the breath of YAH. I am the son of YAH, covered in the blood of Yahushua. I will not be forsaken. I will not be silenced. I will not be shut down. I will not be locked in. I will not take any of your poison. I will not take the mark of the beast. I will die, and I have been dying. Of course I will die. Wait till you see my testimony. Wait till you know my story. I already dead. I've been dead a long time. I left New York City. I left riches, money, power, influence, authority, women, everything. And I was a fly one. Don't look too bad, but see me with my rollie and my big Benz and my houses and my money and my clothes and jumping out my big car, and girls like, woo! With all my goons in the car with me? Yes, I am one. Forsook it all. Dumpsters, he had me in dumpsters. I was in the dumpsters. Every dumpster in this whole Central Florida I have been in. I'm going to make a separate video and I'm going to take you on a ride for the route that I would go on, even to teach you. He had me, the only way that I fed myself for 2 years when I first got here, this before this Ubers, this before this, he had me in dumpsters, scrap metal. He had a poor white man bum, homeless man, teach me how to secure scrap metals to the point where I learned aluminums and coppers and stripping wire and every dumpster in the whole Central Florida, I was in the dumpster. A rich young ruler. That's who I am. You want to know who I am? I am the rich young ruler who Yahushuah said, get rid of everything, sell everything, forsake everything to make it to the kingdom. I forsook it. That's who I am. That's who Uncle Yahshuah is. You want to know who I am? I'm the rich young ruler who left his riches. And this is facts. And matter of fact, I'm going to post, I'll find it. I got to do it in this lesson. Look at this picture. See this truck? See what it's full with? Junk, garbage. I was in every dumpster in the whole Central Florida. When people would look at me, they would come out of their businesses in their suits and ties, and they would come out and look at me jumping into a dumpster and jumping out and throwing the metal and stuff over the side and jumping down. And they looking at me. I'm got a truck, raggedy stuff. The whole bottom of the truck is sank to the ground, and it's like they looking at me like with that look on their face, a look of disgust. A rich young ruler, a millionaire. I didn't have to do that. I could have said, man, forget this, Most High. Forget this, God. I'm going back. At least I can do some weed. I don't got to do coke or crack no more. I can do weed. Ain't too much penalty for weed. I can do a month or two, pay a fine and everything. Come on, I could be all right. I could have forsook this at any time. You know what I mean? People, when I was doing the day labor, same thing, I'm in the dumpsters, I'm doing day labor. He had me amongst his people. Whole nother lesson, man. I got so much for y'all. He had me amongst his people at 4 o'clock in the morning on this big long line. It's freezing outside, okay? Freezing, and it's 4 o'clock in the morning and the place don't open till 8. But you got to get online at 4 a.m. in the nighttime and wait on the line until they open at 8. Otherwise, the line will be so far down the street, you'll never get called out to go on the job. And I would do it night after night, and they would never call me out on the job. Sacrifice and suffering amongst his people. But he had me in a nice, clean home with a bed and a car and everything in a truck to drive in. And these people are homeless. I watch a homeless man. I watch a man who's online with me. These people online with me. I'm seeing he had me amongst his children. These are his children. Do you understand? This is Yahushuah went amongst. He went amongst the poor. He went amongst the lepers. He went amongst the prostitute. He went amongst the downtrodden. He went amongst those the Sumerians, who people would walk on the other side of the street. The pastors, the righteous people, they would walk on the other side of the street and want to be amongst them. That's who Yahushuah was amongst. Sinners, right? So he brought me amongst his people. I seen a man come up and it's 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm on the line. So I would just observe because I'm amongst them, but I'm also in a place of Yaakov's bosom, of Jacob's bosom, because he gave me to a pretty home. You should see the home I'm living in. I don't own none of it now, but he took me from the prison and took me to a clean big bed. My brother bought me a super plus mattress, right? But got me amongst his people. So the guy walks up. Now it's 4 o'clock in the morning. It's probably 30 degrees outside. It's freezing. So probably 40 because the water was still able to come out of the spigot. He walks up to the side of the building and he starts taking stuff out of his bag. He turns on the spigot. You gotta understand, it's freezing to the point where you can blow smoke out your mouth. We all covered in coats and everything. He walks out, takes the washcloth out of his bag, takes it, and starts washing up from the spigot on the side of the building. It's ice cold. And I'm watching him wash and going in and wash his face and everything. And I'm sitting there and I'm saying, Father, I didn't even know his name was Yah then. He was God to me then. I'm like, Father,
Please
it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahuwah thy Elohim, that Yahuwah will set thee on high above all nations on the earth. And all these blessings shall come on thee. Come on thee. So the guy walks up. Now it's 4 o'clock in the morning. It's probably 30 degrees outside. It's freezing. So probably 40, because the water was still able to come out of the spigot. He walks up to the side of the building and he starts taking stuff out of his bag. He turns on the spigot. You gotta understand, it's freezing to the point where you could blow smoke out your mouth. We all covered in coats and everything. He walks out, takes the washcloth out of his bag, takes it, and starts washing up from the spigot on the side of the building. It's ice cold. And I'm watching him wash and going in and wash his face and everything. And I'm sitting there and I'm saying, Father, I didn't even know his name was Yah then. He was God to me then. I'm like, Father, wow, thank you for allowing me to see your true children, to see the downtrodden, the truly poor, the truly meek and the truly hurt. And he washed up and I couldn't believe it. And then took a toothbrush out and brushed his teeth. And then did all, and that's freezing. Did all that, took a towel out. All this is in this little duffel bag. Took it out, dried his hair, wet his hair, dried it, did everything dry as I know. I put deodorant on, everything, washed his face and everything. Took a t-shirt out, put that on, and then came and got on the line. Came and walked past and I watched him walk past and I just prayed for him and got on the line to go out and work. If the worker sent him out, if he was able to go out for a day labor job to get minimum wage, and they would torture us. Have me in a abandoned hospital building, knocking down walls with asbestos and lead poison and all of it. Have me digging cell phone towers where I got to dig with a shovel into the cement, to dig through the cement, through into the ground, well, into the ground as hard as cement, and dig a hole with a shovel in 110 degrees. While the guys that work the company who's hiring the day laborers, the guys supervisor sitting around talking on his phone, probably getting $50 an hour. I'm getting $8 and I'm doing all the work. Looking at me like I'm a slave. This is who I am. I suffered for Yah. I suffered for the testimony. I suffered for him. And no matter what, I did it. Over and over and over and over and over for years. He kept me in the fire till he decided to give me a break. And he decided to get me out of that fire and lessen the flame a little. Do you understand? Do you feel my pain? To lessen the flame a little, he gave me a regular job. After 2 years in the sun, heat strokes. I share my testimony on the story, on the channel. But each time, I could have just forsook him and went back home to New York City. I could have went back anytime I want, because they always want, my whole team want me to come back, because I'm the boss. You understand? I still had about 15,000 hours owed to me in the streets. The first thing I had to do was say, I'm coming back. As soon as I get back, my cousins and them going to pick me up from the airport. Do you understand that? They're going to pick me up from the airport. And I say, Nick, I need a ratchet because I know where my money at. How's he doing? How's he doing? How he doing? And I'm going to visit everybody. I'm back. I have my money. Give me what you got right now and have the rest. I'll come see you every week. Now, I'm not, I was never a gorilla pimp. I was a good-hearted person in the midst of hell. I always took care of my people. So it wouldn't be a thing where I was just going to be like, I'm going to take everything and get my money tomorrow. No, I'll work with you. You ain't think I was coming back. I understand that. You would have had my money because I ain't play with mine. You understand? I was a man of respect, just like I am now. Man of honor and respect, always. I was always Yah's child. I was always in the palm of his hand, but I didn't know it. You understand? He always protected and guided me and took care of me, but I didn't know it. See the difference? So I'm just showing you sacrifice. I'm showing you who I am. I'm showing you who Uncle Yahshuah is so that you can hear and you can listen. So you don't have to worry, who is this? Because you have to be very careful, Yasharal, who is speaking, who you're listening to. Because there's sheep's and wolves' clothing coming from everywhere. You understand that? But he's have children that are in the fire that he's going to bring to you. And you will know their voice. You will hear Yahuwah in their voice. You will hear it. Your Ruach will resonate with their Ruach. You understand that? You will know Yah's voice. You know his voice when you hear it come out of his children's mouth. Use your discernment, the fruits of the Spirit, the fruit of the heart. You know them by their heart. You understand that? You'll know them. You'll know them by the word of Yah. So that's who I am. So this day, this time, you can't stop. You don't have to convince anyone. No longer. All the debating, the brother Divine Prosper, you want to keep debating those Kemet brothers? Oh, let me go into that. Knock yourself out. You could play with that. I'm not here to judge none of that. But all that, Yashrael, don't debate nobody. Okay, I'm not talking to them. That's that brother's thing. He want to debate. He's a scholar. You know, he's the Hebrew scholar. He want to do all that. You know what I mean? I used to call him the young phenom. You know what I mean? I was like, man, that he's a smart young Hebrew. That brother's smart. But I worry sometimes. So sometimes you can be too smart. Too much knowledge. You understand? Be very careful. Y'all's about balance. Always about balance. Listen. This is a jewel for you, Yasharal. All Israel, all Yasharal is not Yasharal. If these brothers are saying they are Kemet, they're Egyptian, if they got their Ankhs, if they're worshiping Osiris and Ogun, that's their god, Ogun. I think I'm saying that right, Ogun or something. Because I listen to a lot of stuff because I get wisdom from everyone. I get wisdom from a donkey. You understand that? Because Yahushua speaks to evil. He speaks to donkeys. He speaks to sinners. He speaks to demons. He speaks to anything. So you have to have discernment and be able to eat the meat and spit out the bones. I'm elect enough in Yahuwah. I'm well versed enough in Yahuwah that I'm able to eat from anyone's table and hear the word of Yah and discard everything else. I don't advise y'all to do it because everyone is not to that level that they can do that, but I can. So I listen to a lot, and I get wisdom from and toss the rest. That's why I'm so well versed on so many different things that I can teach you about to protect yourself. So if these brothers are coming in their God, Ogun, and whatever God, like debating the Hebrews or debating the Egyptians, you're saying that they're not Hebrews. Understand something. They are not Shemites. They are Hamites, and they're telling you. You know why they're Hamites? Because their Ruach is telling them that they're Hamites. That's why their Ruach got them seeking after the Ankh. Understand? The pyramid, seeking after Ogun and all these commissioned Kemet, Mizraim. They are Mizrahites. You understand that? These are the Hamites who enslaved us in Mizraim. But we are so busy thinking they're food, thinking they came over on the slave ships, and so that means they are Shemites, they are Israelites, they are Judah, and they're telling you, ain't no Judah, don't believe in no Most High, I ain't believe in they don't believe in our monotheistic Elohim. They believe in many gods. They got Ogon and Shugon and Hugon and the rest of the gons. The Most High told you don't put no other guys, a million gods out there. But here we are, I didn't understand that. That's why I'm bringing you lesson. I'm bringing you truth, Yasharal. If they are saying they're Kemite, their Ruach is telling them they're not Shemite. So you can't make them Shemite. If they are saying that they are something else, they are not Shemite. They are not Yah's because Yah's hear his voice. Do you understand that? You can't stop them. It's like a new baby being born that finds its way to the breast. You understand that? In the animal kingdom, that animal's born blind but finds its way to his mother's milk. That's how Yah's children is. We're born blind and deaf, but we find our way to our Father. You can't stop it. So if you find yourself trying to convince and argue and do this, let it go. Stop casting your jewels into swine. You can't save them. Your mother, your father, your children, your brother, it doesn't matter. If they're not of Yahuwah's, they will not be saved. You can't save them, only Yah could. And if he ain't calling them, it's because they ain't his. That's the hardest lesson you need to learn. If he's not calling them, it's because they are not his. He knows his own and they hear his voice and they diligently seek his face. There are 2 seeds in the earth. Hasatan has a seed. People, nobody's teaching that. I have so many lessons on that. Nobody's teaching that. This is a big mistake in Yahshua that nobody's teaching you. Listen closely, Yahshua. Hasatan has a seed right at the beginning and Bereshit, right? He said what? The seed of the serpent, right, will be grabbing at the heel of the seed of Yahuwah, right? The seed of Yah will crush the head of the seed of the serpent. So that means Hasatan has a seed in the earth, and his seed is the one who are doing all this. His seed is the one who are trying to kill, steal, kill, and destroy. His seed are licking in the grocery store, licking on all the products to give people a virus. His seed is the delivery driver who's delivering a package to someone's home and spits in the package and smears it all over the package and gives it to get so someone can get sick. His seed is the one that'll pull out a gun and just kill a woman and a child and a man for nothing other than the color of his skin. His seed hates Yasharal, the seed of Yah, so much that they just hate him. They're pure evil. His seed rapes little kids, drinks their blood, makes sacrifices unto the demons. His seed wants to destroy Yah's seed. You don't understand because you don't understand in your present state. You're trying to fathom what makes someone so evil. How can people be so evil? It's because they're not of Yah. That reptilian, that serpent seed is true. These people are shapeshifters and they know who they are and they serve their father Hasatan well. Yahusha said, I know you. You are of your father, the devil. Do you understand? He told them of the synagogue of Satan, I know you. You are of your father, the devil. Hasatan has a seed in this earth, and that seed is the one that's born. That seed is created CERN in the collider, trying to get through the firmament, that's causing, his seed is trying to open a portal of darkness, trying to do antimatter, make the black matter, and open a portal so the demons can come through. His seed is the one that resigned from all their positions and going to their bunkers in the caves into the mountains what they built, and they took all the seeds out of the food. They took all the nutrients in the seeds and they put them all into their bunkers and stuff because they think, but Yahweh said that what? They won't even be safe because he's going to crush the mountains. This is the days of Noah. This is the time. This is written. It's right now. It's not going back to normal. It's going to get worse. These are the days of Noah. Understand something, Yasharal. These are the days of Noah. He said, as in the days of Noah, right? Where all evil will be all evils continually. They will be doing continual evil. Everything is corrupt, right? So what did they do? They came down, slept with the daughters of men and everything, and they created seeds, right? So all seeds. So they even tampered with the seeds of the animals, right? The reptiles and stuff, right? So the seed of man was tampered with. This is why Yah destroyed the earth in the flood. In the first time he destroyed earth. This is why he destroyed it with the flood, right? Because all men were corrupt, right? So that's why he saved Lot in them and Noah, right? That's why he saved Noah, because Noah had the only, that's Noah, guys, he had the only true bloodline left. The rest of the earth was corrupt, meaning their seed was already mixed with Hasatan's seed, with the Nephilim seed. They had mixed so much and they had experimented with the animals. They had even mixed the animals. That's where dinosaurs come from. I ain't gonna go into all of that, right? So they had mixed, they said that's where they had Brontosaurus and Raptors and all these different dinosaurs and all these different creatures and creations that wasn't even of Yahuwah. You understand that? So they mixed the seed with everything, right? So he said there is nothing left on the earth that is of his but this one bloodline, Noah bloodline, which we come from Shem, the son that was blessed. Understand something. In this day, the days of Noah, it is worse. He said it will be like you have never seen before. I'm going to teach you something, Yahshuah. Listen up closely. This day, remember, there'll be men with men, women with women, everything. The children be over the parents will be slave to the children, just all these different gods, everyone doing what they willed, right? Right? Everyone do as they willed, right? Everyone doing the will. This is where it's worse. In the days of Noah, all life was corrupt, right? Man mixed his seed. They tampered with the genes to the point where they weren't Yah's creation anymore. And then they tampered with the animals' genes to the point where they weren't Yah's creation anymore. That's why in the ship, in Noah's ark, that's why he put 2 of each, right? And I think 7 of each of the clean. That's the law. Again, for y'all to thinking that the law started with the law of Moses. It didn't start with the law of Musha. The law was from Adam. It started in the beginning, from Bereshit 1:1. Yah had his law. Understand something? So it just proved it through the book. And Noah, how do we know what was clean and unclean? I thought that happened in Leviticus. You understand that? I thought that happened in the Noah, in the Mosaic laws, right? In the Mosaic. No, right? Just a little. I don't want to throw me off. So he said, right. So he had the animals because he had to take the animals who weren't contaminated, whose gene weren't mixed, right? And put the animals on, as well as the only human family, Noah and his 3 sons and their wives, right? Which some say one of the wives or more had some mixed seed going on, and that's why they were still here after the flood. The Nephilim was still here because they were still giants in those days. When Yahushua, Nun, Joshua went into the land, they remember when they said, man, there was this giants in their land. We look like grasshoppers. Okay, there's not going to be a lesson on that. So understand something. This is how it's worse. In those days, man was corrupt, mankind, and animal was corrupt. Guess what they corrupted in these days of Noah? They even corrupted the vegetable kingdom, the plant kingdom. They spliced the plants. They took the seeds out of all the food. Do you understand that? Now, everything that I can't go get a watermelon I can't find a seeded watermelon. So I have to eat their hybrid. The other day, my landlord's son wanted to give me an orange. It was this big. It looked big and juicy because we were talking. They're Christians, so I'm able to relate. So I'm talking, even though I know I'm not a Christian, but I know, I'm talking the word of Yah to them. But, I don't have to lambast them with, you need to know that this Caesarea Borgia that's on your wall is not, I don't got to do all of that. It's up to Yah. If he's their children, I'll see him at judgment, right? So we talking about the word. I throw a little stuff here and there, but I don't, they don't know that I really know the word of Yah. They don't know I know Yah. They don't even know what Yah is. They know God and stuff. So we talking. So then he's like, hey, you want an orange? And I'm like, yeah, take it with me to work. So he comes back with this big orange, this big. I'm like, ooh, that look good. And he said, here, enjoy it. It's seedless, so you don't have to worry about nothing. You can just eat it fast. And I was like, okay. So I took it and I ended up just throwing it into the woods. I shouldn't have did that because I didn't want the raccoons to eat that. That's Yah's creatures, man. They should be eating that seed. Well, hopefully they got their genetics is enough to knock out that whatever. I shouldn't even feed that to his animal kingdom. But that's the point I'm trying to make is they took the seed. The life is in the seed. Understand something. How is the fruit growing if it didn't grow from a seed? It germinated from a seed just like we germinated from a seed, right? Man's seed gets implanted into the woman and it gets germinated and she incubates and it creates what? Mankind, right? The same thing with the animal, with the vegetable kingdom. The seed is planted into the earth and the fruit is bared from the seed. So when the fruit drops, the life is in the fruit to regenerate. So the seeds, the life is in the seed. So they took the life out of the fruit so that we got no minerals and no fruit. And they made it into a clone. So now it's no longer Yah's creation. It's the Hasatan's creation. So the food, the plant species has been contaminated. In the days of Noah, they didn't contaminate the plant species. I don't think no one's ever made a lesson on this. Y'all just bought me this about 2 days ago. And I was like, wow. Matter of fact, I think it was not even 2 days ago. I think it might have been earlier tonight when I was watching something and I was going to do a lesson, and he said, this is the new days of Noah, where they went even a step further and they contaminated the plants. You understand that? There's no mention in the scripture where they contaminated the plants in the days of Noah and Sodom and Gomorrah and all of that. And these days, they even contaminated the food supply, the plants. You understand that? You didn't see in the scripture where Noah was saying, I was going to eat a grape, but I couldn't. I had to pick because the grapes were contaminated. There was no seeds in the grapes. I had to find a grape that would still come from the earth, from Yah, that Yah made. Hasatan got his food. Now, what is he doing? Feeding us the food. I literally now have a seedless watermelon out there because there's no other nutrients in any food. So I'm like, man, I got no choice. So I'm like someone said, it's better than nothing. You know, it's better. I don't eat crap and all of that, but I'm doing the best I can. You understand that? In this time of shutdown day, all food's going to go away. So you should be trying to start your garden, which I'm about to try to start. But you got to be careful. Don't show them what they're doing, because they're going to come. They're going to make it illegal to plant. It's already illegal to plant a garden. I don't know if y'all know that in certain places. But I know they're going to come try to shut you down, so you can't show too much of what you're doing. Yahshua, this is the time to not show your hand. You understand that? I'm exposing who I am and what I am because I am called. This is my calling, and this is for them. Come get me. This is what I am to do. If I am to suffer, if they're to torture me, whatever they do, just do it. I didn't think I would be this strong to be able to even weather that. That was one of my fears that I used to think, man, I could not deal with what Kifa, Peter from the Bible, you know, and Yahakanah, John and them, and you know, for all the things that they told them, and Shaul, Paul, all the things that they said will happen to them, you know, beheaded, hung upside from the cross, and tortured in prison. And I was like, man, y'all, thank you for knowing that I'm not strong enough to even deal. Like, I couldn't deal. Like, he told them what was going to happen to them, and they were like, well, let it be, you know. And they still went on and doing their Father's will, and it happened. It came to pass. They beheaded and destroyed and killed and murdered and tortured and crucified and did it all to them. But in this day, in this test, I found out. I'm proud of you, Uncle Yahshuah. I'm proud of you. I'm ready. I never thought I was strong enough until now. This is the test. This is how you know true Yahshua. Yahshua, are you ready to suffer? I'm ready. I'm ready. I will not take your mark. I will not forsake Yahuwah. Beat me, torture me, enslave me. I already took everything. I didn't think I had it in me, but I do. I do so much that I'm ready. Bring it. I'm a son of Yahuwah, coming under the blood of Yahushua, and I'll never leave or forsake him and deny him for none of you. So do what you may, do whatever it is, because when I leave here, I'm going back with my Father, and I'll see you at the judgment. You'll pay. You serpent seed, you know who I am. I was gonna not release myself because I believe in not showing your hand. Don't show your left hand what your right hand doing. So I was fine with that. I don't need notoriety. I don't need you to know that I'm a man of Yah and I got this good word and my ministry, I'm powerful in my diction and everything, all the power, my music. Oh, y'all really mess with us. Y'all really want to mess with Israel. Y'all really want to mess with us. Y'all really want to mess with Israel. Y'all really want to mess with us. Y'all really want to mess with Israel. Y'all really want to mess with us. Y'all really want to mess with Israel. Y'all really want to said, vengeance is mine, I will repay.
Y'all really wanna mess with us. Y'all really wanna mess with Israel.
Everybody sit and listen to my words. My Abba gave me wisdom to converse. My people been afflicted through Yah's curse, but I'ma keep this Torah sleeping all through my verse. Y'all really wanna mess around with Israel. Y'all really wanna find out how my pie feel. Y'all really want this vengeance, cause y'all will always fight for Israel and his wrath will be colossal.
Because I believe in not showing your hand. Don't show your left hand what your right hand doing. So I was fine with that. I don't need notoriety. I don't need you to know that I'm a man of Yah and I got this good word and my ministry, I'm powerful in my diction and everything, all the power, my music. Oh, y'all really mess with us. Y'all really want to mess with Israel. I got the songs. I got everything. I got it popping. And no one, you don't need to know. Nobody, I don't got to blast it in the speaker. Even though I made my music for Yahshuah, but I'm like, what? You make me make all this music, but what? Am I not to release it? And he said no. So I said, okay. You see, I didn't release it because I'm not after my own lust. I'm not after my own flesh. Until now, he said, now. And I get it. Jacob's trouble. Time for his true sons, time for the sons of Yahshuah to stand for it. Yahuwah Sabaoth, stand for it. The hosts, his army, with the Torah in their mouth. I don't need no gun, I don't need no knife, so I ain't bringing nothing to you but the word of Yah. And that's gonna slice your head off. I love Yahuwah and I'm his son and I proclaim it to the ends of the earth. He is awakening his children and there's more of his children that are coming out. There will be more that are coming out. If you hear my voice, if he's giving you ears to hear and you are a son of Yahweh and you've been in the fire, release yourself. If he's calling you and if this is the word that is called to call you out, awaken, come out and release yourself. Get a camera, get your cell phone and make a video. Release what he has stored in you for all these years you've been in the fire. It's more than just me. I got video, there's more coming. There's more, I kept saying there's more coming. There's more coming. There's more coming.